Hey, oh man. This podcast episode, I do not know. Okay, you're gonna be in a batch and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna necessarily put it first in line, but it'd probably be like more like second, third, fourth, maybe. It's more like a second or third though, and shit and things, man. But it gonna be interesting. It gonna be interesting, and so like I don't know where to freaking start, man. Summer. I guess you could have so just title a podcast that was called just title weather is it, man. And things like that, man. It's gonna be interesting considering there's a lot of rain lately, a bit. At least I don't think Tuesday, right? Tuesday, I think what mostly like Wednesday. Yeah. I think Thursday. I think Thursday or something like that. Man, time just fly by, man. it already Friday night when you're recording this video, man. It kind of over here raining a bit. Mostly raining today, but it kind of rained a little bit. Sound like out there. I was coming around like 8 o'clock or something like that. I've been in the house for a while. And shit, 'cause I was starting to call fam and things. But I don't know, man. Rain, my connection to rain, the storms and stuff like that, have been every time and then especially since I really connect with the moon and stuff like that. And moon, it ties into the waves and it might be episode 2. Considering winds and waves, I gotta talk about that. And so Gen 10 and shit, but no dying, with it for that, but it's just like a very and stuff. I don't really connect to like the element of water and stuff like that. Considering I've been like, I'm a Tauros. Wait, that's a fucking Pokemon in you. A Taurus. It doesn't even sound like I say the right word anymore, man. I turn TOUR Taurus, man. Now I can hear the rain. you know what I mean. It's an earth sign and stuff like that. But I've been around a lot of fire signs. My cousin is an Aries Sagittarius. They both fire sign. My auntie with Nini and stuff is also a fire sign. I think my other one is an air sign. I always forget the air sign on top of my head. No. I don't know. Nope. Also a fire sign. My younger one is though. The younger one is Gemini is the air sign. So yeah. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo is fire sign. Okay, yeah. But yeah. My mom, I grew up with water. My mom Pisces, my sister Scorpio. So that's interesting to say the least. And then, I can, in the air, kind of iffy on, since I don't, my family not really air signs and stuff like that. And then, so not really connect with that element and things like that. But, anyway, the rain just, something just always was comforting about it, you can't have sunshine all the time, They can, you can't have light, sometimes you need that shade, you need that shadows, and, that probably something not gonna dive into another episode of the podcast and shit, it's my spirituality and things like that and stuff. But, and we gonna get, to natural disaster and shit like that, man. Oh, bring me to this one story, by the way. Oh my God, oh God, I'm gonna pause the recording. I gotta put my other phone on the charger real quick. Okay, guys. Okay, my other phone on the charger and shit. Anywho, oh yeah, man. Oh my God, the day of a freaking blizzard is shit, man. I remember, man. Okay, guys, man, this shit happened with a kid, man. I did not know they were those school. I live in my car the street from the school, man. It was different. I could just easy, okay, but just know, I ended up set it outside and shit because the door ended up being locked or something like that for a while, man. Surprisingly, I did not get hit in the third meal, but man. That day, bro. I was over here in the heater, like sitting next to this ratio, let me read my cover, man. And they were freaking wild, man. I am not meant for the cold, man. I got a bit better and shit being in the situation I am right now, but man, I'm trying to record the video at least and shit, but man, That was a freaking wild time, man. I didn't. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I know I was born in spring, May and shit, man. I do love spring, the warm weather, obviously, man. And so it's flower blooming, it connects with the earth element, and I always gonna be down to earth more or less. And so, man, I used to love nature, man. What what going to the park, looking at ants and stuff, observing them. Obviously, we had some cats as well. Me and my grandma took care of, here, there, feed them and stuff like that. Some street cats and stuff like that. Man, I remember those times and things. Oh yeah, fish. That was that was we also had. And so my grandpa was so had, man. They use outdoor as well, and so for a short while as well. They out there and things. Man, we were some animal people. Me and my grandpa, grandpa. We not talking about the actual grandpa, but the most grandpa one that we had and stuff like that, man. Damn it, the rain coming down for real. Yeah, I try to get to my that day I want to get off. That we already went to springs. Summer is hot. I don't really care. Summer is a bit over. I don't get hot easily. But summer's kind of overrated, man. I know the original people. I get those people. But you don't get cold. And particularly, it's usually the one that don't like it being hot and stuff like that. That's summertime. And so they it's usually be the people that tend to like the cold and stuff in wintertime. I mean, winter, the skiing, snowboarding. I didn't go to watch me myself. I ain't doing that. I ain't. No. That ain't for me. But man. I didn't want to be snowing, man. I don't even know, man. It probably be 60 though on Sunday. That would confuse me. And then whether it's gonna be back, wow, more or less. And so, man, for the end of the week, maybe get back to the 40s, the more like the 50s and stuff. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I was trying to say. I was talking about summer, all right, and the winter people, man. And man, it's a topic out there that we go for, but man. Oh yeah, I also working on a season show. So hey, that coming in June though. Hopefully to the Justin TV show, Justin TV. That what it called and stuff. So that gonna be fun. And things. Anywho, Adam, Halloween time, man. I invited out with Bumblebee. I did went down to that one time too. Dang, I missing some costumes, man. I was some stuff though, but I barely remember. I barely remember though, man. I know I went with Heather, one of the Shadow High people and stuff. I think Heather Gayson and stuff. That and Rainbow High Dials and stuff like that. Shadow High, yeah. And so, are you familiar with that shit? I don't think I did anything. Oh, I got some so, but that kind of it pushed after Halloween, and so I ordered the stuff. It came late, and so I still kind of dressed up and stuff like that as a cat, but black cat and shit. But before that, I don't think I did anything creative. At least I don't remember as a costume and stuff like that and things. But yeah, that was fun. And so I obviously got Thanksgiving and stuff like that, Christmas and more into the winter time. But for when school starts, I don't got that anymore. It's shit been a couple of years. And stuff like that. And the fall activities, bro. I be forgetting September, bro. I've been forgetting September, bro. Honestly, man, I over like August, October. My grandma's birthday is in August though, so my great grandma is in September. Oh yeah, my cousin baby, yeah, ended up being born in September. So that's something, but still, it's like barely anything happens in September, man. And then I think Nintendo did the rest be happening in August sometimes and shit like that. So there's, I know the Pokemon competition, VGC or whatever, be happening too. Maybe I remember correctly in August as well. So there's quite a bit of thing going on in August at least, And then also, man, I always wanted to go on picnics and stuff like that. I love nature. I love the changing of colors in the fall. And you couldn't guess right now. All of my fucking favorite seasons and stuff like that. Man, I love the pumpkin spice coffee and shit like that. And so anything pumpkin spice and stuff. How the corporations are and shit like that, man. And then well, I think man, down be having no pumpkin pies, pumpkin cream pies, man. Shut up, I'm queer. Shut up, I'm queer. Don't even take it that way, man. I'm queer anyway, but still. Anywho, man. But man, I do love some sweet. Oh, I think they still have them. I think I just thought about the Shamrock Shake. I gotta remember that tomorrow. I gotta remember that tomorrow. When I think about something to eat, get to eat and stuff. I gotta think about that. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be worth the money, man. I already give me a pizza, man. I'll be having a taste for pizza, man. I had that, but we'll see. But bro, jack-o'-lanterns, yo, the snow gun from Minecraft, man. We just gotta dive into all the shadows here, man. The game of shadow and shit, man. But man, it is. I don't sound like I lost my voice, but my voice just fucking shatter a little bit and stuff like that. After do some singing and shit for the major channel and things. After about singing and shit. So my voice got but not completely like I'm losing my voice and shit. But I keep going. I keep getting off topic a bit, but this is the point of the podcast. We we just see where things go here and there. See what popped our cherries. Bro, I'm not even gonna say how that was there, but man, that just reminded me the cherry pop because trying to think. Yeah, who you want to send that to is Has Been Hotel. I seen a couple of shorts like that pop up, man. When I do play shorts and stuff like that, but man, bro. Okay, though, but yeah, I was going to talk about Apple Banking and stuff as a small activity as well, collecting the leaves, man. I used to collect rocks as well, man, and so I just love nature and being in nature. That's why I feel like, when I go into like my critical crisis and my very diaries and stuff, I just record a video for that and shit like that, man. That I feel like I've been more in the physical than the online space, The online, I use it to, share my work, get myself stories out there, a bit more easier these days, quote unquote, and stuff like that. And so then it is now, before, the online space and stuff like that, you got to get a college, blah, 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 not that fucking video with the platitudes. And so I feel like you can dive into that in the platitude video and stuff like that, or something like that episode or the podcast. And so that I'm planning. And so, because... Hey, I keep my mouth shut to that episode, man. For real. And then, and they're not even dying to like the natural disasters and shit. Tornadoes? Yo, the tornado drills at school, yo? Man, the fire drills? Yeah, I know it, but it in line, man. The fire drill I do remember. The tornado drills, we did not. Well, I guess we did. Did we? Yeah, no, I didn't. I just tornado drill. I didn't get enough. Kind of similar. We just don't go out on the highway. So, yeah. No, did we? Not. I remember on tornado drill. Yeah, that shit weird, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I just wouldn't be in that fucking situation, man. I wouldn't put myself in that shit. Just you just in school, tornado drill. I don't know, man. I just know. I don't know, man. I feel like I was all know it, man. I don't know, man. I haven't really been that shit that I know, man. Hurricanes, named after people. It's mostly women. It's the whole day, man. I saw a fucking piece of a video talking about that shit, and so how that how they name hurricanes or something like that. I forget it. There's that video, man. I think what Joe Bird, one of Joe Bird's videos, he was watching the one of his reaction videos and shit, man. But floods, mudslopes. Yeah, I didn't call mudslides, right? And then droughts. Oh, that's the worst. Tsunamis and shit. Man, Hey, man, I wait. Maybe floods. I don't know what we're to deal with. Tornado from the no. Hurricanes. Blizzards. Oh hell no! That you already know what I mean. Yeah, that reminds me of the Great Nova U.S. show based on Alaska. And it, but that ain't for me. Nah. Not for me, man. No. You know, I already said I don't like to go. You already know the blizzards. Oh yeah, I be sheltered, guys. I be under every day, man. We're like, powerhouse. I couldn't be in that, bro. Hurricane floods, baby. Tornadoes. It depends. I got a basement that can go down or something like that. I don't know. I didn't, and so like that. I don't know. I forgot where you want to be. Yeah. I didn't that sure in like movies and shit and things, but yeah. But yeah, everybody can do something fun. You know, you got the caramel apples. I'm not really a chocolate person, but caramel apples though, I do love my fruit and stuff like that, man. They giving the same, these days. I was gonna already say that and shit like that. It's in that kind of bit far from my family and said mostly just my I'm always just close with my grandma for the not at that time and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna put it that way and stuff. Outside that, I still care for my sister. It's just my mom. But yeah. It might be it for the episode of the podcast and shit. Yeah. Hoping you don't got like, you don't really got to story, honestly, man. But hey, you made it far. Hey, tell me wait, we're not gonna end this shit. I had done some storm poems. The eyes of the storm, how storm represents how pain, the stuff you gotta get out. The shadows, the darkness and stuff like that. And things and stuff. It can reveal yourself. And so sometimes you just need to get things out, gotta, cry, be emotional, like just like the rain and stuff like that coming from it and stuff like that, man. And sometimes you're gonna get hurt with the lightning strikes. And you wanna scream like thunder, and stuff like that. I went a bit more in my poems, in my in my stories even, and then a lot and things. And that way they're like a storm imagery, and I know I did not talk about musicals and that, man. Disney is a storm, man. That's a whole other episode. The musicals, whole another podcast episode right there, man. And shit, I try to keep these like 15, 10, 20 minutes and stuff. Fuck the rules at this point and shit. But man, yeah, the storm. After the musical, you know what I'm referring to. But yeah, that's for the video. Peace.